This is actually this is actually the game music. This is not selected by me. Hey everybody, welcome back to Aku Arcade. We're going to be playing The Roottrees Are Dead today. Joined by Reika back there. The shoulder. There we go. And I know literally nothing about this game except that it's called The Roottrees Are Dead. It's supposed to be kind of like a mystery puzzle game. People say that it's like the spiritual successor to Return of the Obra Dinn, which is one of my all-time favorite puzzle games. And it's supposed to take us anywhere between 7 hours to 16 hours, depending on how much of a completionist we're going to be. So I figured we'd get at least 2 streams out of this, possibly 3. I don't think we're going to get 4, but we're going to see. And yeah, I'm really excited to get into this game. And that's literally all I know. Not much going on right now in my daily life that I want to talk about. So I say, let's just get right into this game. Get plug and play in this thing. So, jump on over to full-blown game capture. There we are. And switch up my mice. There. Okay, so I opened up the game to the menu just before I went live, and I was like, hey, that's some nice fucking saxophone, so I don't even have to put on some music. Alright, so gameplay. Let's see. Show evidence intuition. Display a number on evidence that indicates if are more leads to track down. If there are. Okay, well, right away, I don't know. That doesn't seem very good. There's already like a fucking grammatical error right here in the in the menu. Okay. So disabling this increases the difficulty of the game. I think we should turn this off. Because it wouldn't be realistic for me to know that for the game to tell me, hey, there's more for you to figure out here, you know? I think we should do this. Enable search all for periodicals. Enabling this makes certain puzzles significantly easier. No, we will not do. Zoom sensitivity. Sure, sounds fine. Invert control y-axis. Controller. I am not using a controller. I don't know if I should be. So we're going to leave that alone. Graphics. Full screen, sure. Resolution. High. Is high the highest? High is the highest. Okay. VSync, sure. We'll go ahead. All right, cool. Low. Oh, okay. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Let's just leave it. Okay. You know what? It's kind of turn music down a bit, ambient down just a sound, but speech. It's typically kind of my spread I like to do. I always kind of have it so that music's the lowest, then sound effects, then ambient, and then speech. That's kind of how I like my things. And some people might think I'm a fucking psychopath for liking my ambient sound up that high, but you know what? I like the wind, the rain, the birds, the crickets and stuff. I like those noises, and I feel like games always have those noises really low, so I like to have those up real loud. But of course, speech always needs to be like the top and needs to stand alone, because fucking games like to have people fucking whisper, and it drives me insane. Same thing with movies and TV shows. And who the fuck is it that purposely does it? It's it's the guy who does like Tenet and what's his name? Christopher Nolan, right? Yeah, that guy. I think he says I think it's him. I think he purposely makes his like music and sound effects super loud, and he makes his speech like really low, so that way it forces you to try to pay attention more. Fuck that. Hate that shit. Subtitles, yes. Also, subtitles always on, because again, you can't fucking hear anybody talk in video games. Okay, keyboard sounds. Yo, yeah, we want to click clack on those keyboards. TRT monitor defects. Oh yeah. Light strobing. Careful, everybody. Warning if you have any issues with epilepsy. Reading font size. Sure. Medium. Camera transitions to from room. Awesome. Cool. I think these are great settings. Let's jump on in. Roottrees Mania. This mystery will unlock once you finish Roottrees Are Dead. Okay, so I guess that's the bonus content we saw when we were looking at how long to beat the game, and it was like, well, it depends. Are you talking about the bonus content? All right, mystery begins here. The Roottrees are loading. Oh, I see. It's like the title. I'm so excited to get into this game. Let's see what the hell's going on. December 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Nice mixed media, though. I love that. Getting some fucking real life animation.
I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling.
I wonder who I am. Guess we're about to find out, huh?
Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for. I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Already, I see why this game is being compared to Return of the Obra Dinn. So if you haven't played that game or seen somebody play that game, in Return of the Obra Dinn itself is a ship that was found, it's a ship that disappeared, and it was found floating out on the ocean, abandoned. And you are a insurance claims adjuster or whatever, and so you have to go out onto the ship and explore it, and you have to try to determine who died and what happened to them, like who died, who disappeared, who escaped, what happened to everybody, so that way you can get an accounting of what needs to get paid out and to who and for what. And so I can see how this is going to be similar to that.
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Oh god, if I fail, is that one of the secret endings to the game? Is I fail and I'm just not hired in the first place? Complete the family tree of the Roottrees sisters. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Examine my evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. Sleuth! Let's do it. Okay, and it looks like the oldest is married. Okay. Okay, we got ourselves a cork board. What we're on right now. On the evidence. Got milk picture. Was not expecting that name. The person who... Oh, is there something to click on to read it? All right. Oh. Ooh, we can take our own notes. Oh, that's going to be fun. I like that. Okay, cool. All right, boys, I'm sorry you're going to have to deal with me reading things today. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters. Got milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a root tree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it. Okay, so apparently the root tree family owns a chocolate bar, I guess brand, and we already know that they had like a fashion line, and of course painting the mustaches on them because it's a milk ad, so that, they're talking about a white, milk mustache, not like a actual fucking mustache. Okay, which I do not have because I make sure I shave before almost every stream, because I do not look good with facial hair, I don't know. And I also hate facial hair. I find it very itchy, but I have very sensitive skin. Also, there's other reasons. Getting into that tonight. All right. This is about the Roottrees, not me. Stop grilling me. What's wrong with you? All right. How you feeling, Reika?
Good.
You know who killed them yet?
No.
Okay. Darn. Thought she was going to be my ace up my sleeve. All right. That's okay. I'll check back in with you later and see if you've got us the mystery solved.
You're better at investigating games, honey. Come on.
Yeah, but you're my dark horse in this. Okay. So. This is them, but we don't know who is who and what is going on. And then that's it, right? All right. List of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Women. Blank Eloise. Anderson Gwyneth. Bean Deborah. Bean Deborah. Carlson Laura. Cattrall Stephanie. Christensen Patricia. Edith Jones Patricia. Oh, there's a lot of names here. Gotcha. Okay, so something important to note is that one of the Roottrees sisters is named Candy. That's fun because they seem to have a candy bar. So one of the Roottrees sisters is married, meaning that her last name may have been changed already, which might be involving this question mark scene. She might have kept her last name as Roottree, or she might have taken the new one, so we don't know that yet. She did not hyphenate it because we don't see any Roottrees with hyphens. Also, even though it is rarer, much rarer, but especially when you're dealing with famous and wealthy families, it is possible that the husband, might have taken her name. That is a chance. There is a chance there. You also never know, but considering this is back in the 90s, we could, because there's men and women, this game could end up having some trans people involved, but we don't know, because again, this is back in the 90s, so that would have been a much rarer incident back then. List items. Okay, that's everything. All right. Cool. No notification. Documents. Welcome to the Information Superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. Instead of Apple, nice. Your PC is equipped with a 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer, or burn a music CD to listen to later. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Happy surfing, and remember, Cashew PCs are delicious. Cashew PCs are inedible. Do not try to eat your computer. Okay, so like I know we just spend a lot of time looking at stuff, but I mean, like, can't I just take a look at? Can I just take a look at spider search? Can I just take a look at like who is oldest? Roottrees sisters' ages, right? Pro tip: you can create notes quickly by highlighting text with your mouse. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. You also come across an unofficial Roottree fan site seemingly created by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text, and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS, but Riley is the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. You might think they are rich just because they are models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom Brenda is a fashion designer. They do the modeling for her brand Root. I eat Roottree candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps, and try to dress in plaid Root. Clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. Okay, so Raina is the oldest and is married to TMS. Of course, this is like a fucking crazy ass little kid, right? This is probably like misspelled, so let's keep that in mind while we're looking. So Raina and TMS. Let's head over here. Raina. Any of the Roottrees? Yes, we have a Raina Roottree. Okay. And is married to someone named TMS. So we're going to go down to the S's here. Looks like Thomas Sheridan then. So this could be a Sheridan Thomas. And this should be a Raina Roottree. Is the oldest and got married, but Riley is the smart one. Rose is the middle like me. Blah, blah, blah. We saw that Riley... Oh, she tries to dress in plaid Root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. So Riley wears plaid, which, you might recall, we've got ourselves a plaid one here, right here. So that's Riley, correct? They said? Yes. And Riley was the youngest. Nice. Oh, can I just... Okay, so youngest was Riley. And Rose was the middle. Yeah, this is already kind of very similar, like I said, to Roottree. Where the fuck is Rose? Rose is a middle child like... Interesting. Okay, well, do we find a rose anywhere else here? Does anybody else here have that first name, but with a different last name? Huh. Okay, well, that seems to be an inconsistency then with that website. So we're going to be keeping that in mind, that we need to be double checking all of this information, huh? That's for damn sure. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Riley does. Get my ears pierced like Rose. So, Rose has her ears pierced. Would make that one Reina the oldest. But again, like, we're really like not trusting this info right now, so we will have to double check all. Is there anything else that we can get from here? Okay, so now I think we should try to look up these people specifically. So yeah, let's look up Reina Roottrees. Okay, so no, that's doing the same thing. All right, you know, let's look up Rose. What am I doing? We gotta figure out why Rose isn't coming up anywhere. Rose Roottree is not as popular as her older sister Reina, but still very well known. Most of the time, they're lumped together as the Roottree sisters. Unfortunately, the results for Rose by herself don't lead to anything different than when searching for the sisters together. So this helps because it does say her older sister Reina, but doesn't mention whoever the other one was. Riley. By the way, I'm terrible with names. I've got like name blindness, so that makes these kind of games really fun for me. Rick is probably going to be really annoyed by me by the end of the stream. She's gonna be like, God damn it, Gary, why can't you fucking remember these names? If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. A good search tip is to make a note of any brand names, books, product lines, or magazines that you don't recognize and search for them. These searches will sometimes help direct. Even when you don't, you'll usually get additional context. So let's look up root. Root is a pretty common word, although searches are not. Searching for specific, keep an eye spelled and put. Okay, fine. Let's try root. Oh, sorry. Root period. Root, the period is part of the name. Oh, okay. Is a clothing company. They make clothes for children, from toddlers to teenagers. Although their website is down, likely due to increased web traffic, you find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards the target audience. One of them has this to say: "You've spied the Roottree sisters looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Riley, Rose, or Reina." You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year, every year since 1984, and Reina appeared on almost all of them. There is only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item enough to mention. It seems that Brenda Roottree, the Roottree sisters' mother and Roots head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. The site says this was the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottrees. There we go, boys. Nice. Carly Roottrees. All right. So now we need to figure out. Whoa, whoa. Okay, cool. We got some zoomies going on. So I want to go back real quick to what we were looking at from before. Models, add, and they're going. We do modeling for the root. Time. Okay. So we do need to try to figure out what their occupation, right? Oh, I also... Okay, so wait, that's evidence. I also kind of wanted to take a look around the room here real quick. The Notorious Montjoy. Cool. Mystery Comics. Ah, reference to Detective Comics, also known as DC. Just taking a quick look around the house. If there's anything interesting to click on. Emily Doku. Alphabet Davis in the erased names of Genesis. Alright, cool. I don't know. Oh, cool. This is how you can change the music volume. That's cool. I like that. Got a Game Boy. Got our password here, and it's password with an @ sign. My Cashew PC. There's my corkboard. Right? Riot Girl poster. Very cool. Very and we got a spooky door probably to the bathroom. Or hopefully a bedroom. Probably have a bed. Ooh, I like that song. Okay. Enough faffing about. Okay. Tips. Don't know where to look next. If you're completely stuck, try talking it through with your rubber duck. Oh, no, I don't want hints. I'm just kind of poking around right now. Okay. Enough of this. Favorite are maple crisps. Take a look at the Roottrees family. I'm trying to think, how should we be able to find out their occupations? Because that's the only thing we're missing right now, is just the occupation. We've already got who they're married. We got the marriage. We got the names. We got the pictures. Just... Because wait. I think there's only one... Because I'm not seeing pierced ears on this girl, right? Or this one. I'm not even seeing holes. But I guess it's possible. I don't think they would do that. Alright. And definitely we got the right husband name, because that's the only... But let's look up Thomas Sheridan and see what comes up on the computer. Because it might talk about the wife at that point. TMS is a common abbreviation for the early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. He skyrocketed to popularity after his starring role on the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use, and more recently, his relationship with Raina Roottrees. After a short engagement, they married in 1997, when she was only 19 and he was 23. Okay, so that's confirmed, but that really wasn't what we were looking for anyway. Roots didn't really bring up anything. Let's look up root tree candy. Mixed in with the recent news of the plane crash, there are a lot of results for Roottrees' extremely popular candy products. Their official website is unstable, blah blah blah. Roottree Candy Company was founded by Elias Roottree shortly after he married his wife Gwyneth, whose family owned a small farm called the Anderson Maple Farm. For reasons that aren't explained on this page, it has no CEO and no stockholders. Instead, it's run by a president. With input and votes from extended family, the site does mention that every president has been a direct descendant of Linus and Gwyneth, including Carl Roottree, who despite his death is listed as the current president. The product that put them on the map were 5 pieces, maple candies with 5 different flavors that are dipped in a crispy, crackly candy coating. Okay, so this is supposed to be like M&Ms. Since then, they have branched out countless other products, all of which incorporate maple inside. Their sister company, simply titled Root, specializes in children's clothing. The primary models for Root are the Roottree sisters. So they specialize in children's clothing, so I'm not gonna say that the Roottree sisters are still models as their occupation, seeing as how they, I'm pretty sure, are grown up now at this point. It did mention, didn't it, that they were like had a music line or something now, right? I think in the news report. But I don't know if we can be going off of that for this. What else was this talking about? His middle child. They do the modeling. Is it really? Wait. How old are they, though? It's 1998. When did she get married? 1997. Okay, no, wait. So she's 20 years old then. So she just died. And she was like, what? 20 then? Maybe 21? So I guess, are they all models?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so, because she's also the oldest then.
Raina is, yes.
Yeah, okay. So then, yeah. I guess they would be models. Okay. I wasn't looking at the years. I was under the impression that we were looking at adults who had grown up. Booyah.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
Because we could use the specialized sleuthing tool, the internet.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even. But here's the catch. The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine. The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
Oh god, is this tree growing out and then like back into itself? Oh boy.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable root trees. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree.
I don't understand. They don't have a copy of this shit?
I'm off for now. Carl Roottrees had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
That's kind of creepy. Is she watching me? This mystery woman?
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
I sense different endings. Alright, so these are the power stars I gotta get so I can fight Bowser, right? Okay, 3 out of 9. Before the person who hires you returns, every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, name, occupation, and portrait, they will be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. It's good to know that we will get a confirmation of having them be like locked in though once we get all 3 correct. So that's nice to know. Oh, come on. Reika, this ain't nothing. Look at this. Look at this tiny, wimpy little tree. Yeah, it's big, like maybe compared to mine, but this is still like definitely a white family tree.
It's nothing compared to my family. That's for
exactly. Sure. That's what I'm saying is, whoever said this was a big family tree, it's like, all right, you're definitely not. You definitely weren't Filipino or like Hispanic. Like this is nothing. Also, too, these people only have like 1 or 2 names. Everyone in Reika's family has like 2. Everyone in Reika's family has like 2 actual first names, plus like at least 1 like nickname that they actually go by.
Fit in their name.
Plus a nickname, and then they usually have like 2 different middle names as well. Oh man, it's
first name, sometimes 2 middle names. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a nightmare for me because again, I cannot get names.
As long as you remember the immediate family members, honey, it's fine.
Okay, so real quick, just fill in what we know.
Maybe the founder of the company.
Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, we got real quick. The mom is Brenda, and the dad.
The dad is Carl.
Yeah, Carl and Brenda. But yeah, let's pop those in real quick. This would be Roottrees. Did she not go by Roottrees?
Type in Brenda.
Oh yeah, it might come up if I do that. I guess it would be Brenda White then.
Carl.
Okay, and he was president.
Yeah, he's the president of the Roottrees, whatever company.
Ooh.
Not first.
Okay, hon. It says that they are always direct.
He's number 4, I guess?
Well, not necessarily. We don't know which president he was, but he was a president. So we'll leave that blank for right now, but he was a president.
Well, we could search what number he is probably on Google.
Yeah, we You should be able to. Okay, I just wanted to get their names though put in there quick.
Oh, he's number 5 probably, because that's Elias and Gwyneth.
Yeah, because these are the
founder.
Yeah. Elias 3. And this would be Gwyneth. I guess they're going off of okay, so they're not going off of married names. I guess they're going off of maiden names. But yeah. Oh, there's 2 Gwyneths. Okay, so we can't put in Gwyneth yet. Unless the website told us. So let's go back to the candy company history. Just his wife Gwyneth. Oh, whose family? Okay, Gwyneth Anderson. Doi. Did it right there. Anderson Farm. Gwyneth Anderson. All right. And so he should be first president. Oh, but we don't know. It perhaps. Oh, then again, it probably said it right here.
That's founder. The Roottrees company was founded by Elias Roottrees.
That's true. Shortly after your marriage. Yeah, okay. Descendant, including Carl. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't say which one he was. Okay, so then, yeah, it should be first president then for him. Unless founder is... It does not say founder. The wife could probably be farmer. Because, remember the family and the farm?
Yeah.
So we could tack that in then right away. So we'll put that in for him, president first. And then here we'll say farmer. Awesome. You know what? While we're on it, let's go ahead and see if we can find pictures of them. So Elias Root. Here. I hate the way that there's 2 T's. Like it's going to be bothering me this whole time. Okay, at the top is a picture of him and his wife Gwyneth. That picture has been added to your evidence. There is also a biography section that has some additional information. Elias is credited for inventing 5 Pieces, a popular maple candy. Before that, the farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. After 5 Pieces became widely successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy." The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy, by Bess Williams. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there is a long list of accomplishments and awards. And one stands out. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Interesting. Watchman of the Year. So, well, wait. Because we could choose president, they're not looking for us to put in their occupation before they became president, would they?
I don't think so.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. Oh man, look at those. Handsome couple. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the Roottrees Candy Company, but before it was a success. From what you've found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottrees listed in your evidence. They will be marked on the chart with a star. I wonder if there's going to be some like little hidden person someplace that we're going to have to click on at some point. Okay, hold up. What's up with this 3? What else we got here? This is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because of the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. So we have So Strawberry, Cool Chocolate, Bad Blue Raspberry, Awesome Maple, and Power Plum. It bothers me that they're pointing down here for Power Plum instead of the obvious candidate, right? As terrible. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why kids still love them. Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. What even is an elderberry anyway? Okay, so one of the original flavors was an elderberry. Interesting to note. So if he had 5 flavors, his 5 kids. Okay, so Han. It seems like. Okay, so they said that they started the candy company soon after they got married. So
yep.
More than likely, they named. So they had the candy company before they had children, probably. They might have named their children in some way after the 5 pieces candy, or at least candy flavors, or named their children candy stuff in some way. So one of the children then might be related to elderberry in some way. So we shall have to take a look at that. Like there might be one called maple or something. Might be one called cocoa or something. We have to keep that in our mind. Notable root tree. Well, we already have here red root tree, right? That could be again one of the 5 pieces, one of the 5 kids. Any entry on the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable root trees will be crossed out after. They are verified and logged. Okay, so this is a good place to start, basically, what they're trying to say. The story so far. Roottrees sisters and the parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared in your door and said the lawyers looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This included a list of notable Roottrees who they said would be family members in place. They said they would return in time to fill out 6 more blood relatives. See, I am already saying bullshit to this story. There's no way that the lawyers and the family members wouldn't have all this shit on lock. Whoever this person is, they are somebody who doesn't have... They're someone who doesn't have access to all this information. They're an outsider of some sort who is trying to get a hold of this information because they need it. My guess is we are helping an illegitimate child, somebody who I'm guessing is probably born out of wedlock, maybe from a mistress, like some kind of love affair, and they are trying to prove their blood relation so that way they can be an inheritor and possibly become the next president. But they have been shunned or from the family, or have been told that they are like, basically they've been kicked out of the whole thing, or just told to like fuck off, and now we are going to help them prove their case. That is my guess as to what's going on right now. Which, more power to them. If, hey, whatever we find out is going to be true, regardless of who this person is. We're doing the research ourselves. So, All right, we can plug in these pictures here. All right, that did not lock that in though, huh?
He's President 1, isn't he?
Yeah, but do anything. I was going off of like the top secret. You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. Clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistency. And it's tied to this. See, it's what I was talking about. And I don't know, split up. Okay, see, this might be what we were talking about before with the shadowy person. This might be that illegitimate, like, heir or whatever. Okay, because there's 2 names in this envelope. So, okay. So, assuming that this is a sibling in here or something. So this could be like an illegitimate child that then has a child who would then be like, you know, on this level, who would be an adult that would be able to be taking over the company as president if it could be proven that they were a blood. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking that's what's going on here. The person we're helping is in this folder.
Not going too far ahead. Come on.
I mean, it should be Elias Roottrees. That should be his picture. He should be the first president. Is there something I need to do to lock it in, though?
We probably have to do 2 more to see if it locks in.
Oh, as in I just have to keep filling out stuff? Okay. All right, well, let's take a look at their possible children then. So let's look up. See, I don't understand this Watchman of the Year. Let's look up, you know, let's search for that. Business Watch Magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another, and will often write about major changes in management and famous companies. Every year, they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call this the Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchmen of the Year, Elias Roottrees and Carl Roottrees. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you can find via spider search, though you may be able to find an individual article and issue through your periodicals. Okay, so let's go back. I want to do this at search periodical. Oh, Business Watch. Business Watch has awarded Watchman of the Year to many people throughout the years. Every 10 years, they publish the full list again. You search through the most recent list, and the only names you recognize are Elias Roottrees in 1936 and Carl Roottrees in 1987. Okay. That seems to be super fascinating, but is just a waste of time. Nothing important at all. Awesome. Let's look up Gwyneth, Roottrees. Let's look up 5 pieces. We learned that 5 pieces are the iconic candies sold by Roottrees Candy Company. Although they are no longer the company's only popular product, they still sell well to this day. 5 pieces are colorful shell-coated maple candies that, since the late 20s, have been pressed into the shape of a maple leaf. Although they usually have one flavor that looks more like a berry. As tastes have changed over the years, so have the 5 flavors. But the shape and combination with the maple have remained consistent. There's also a history of print advertising website that claims to have a 5 pieces advertisement scanned from a book called The Sweet History of Candy Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Unfortunately, when you click through the website, it seems like all of their image links are broken. So we are going instead search the periodicals for that. No, wait.
Maybe just do spider search?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, the links are broken?
Okay, nothing from Charles Lee. Oh, shoot. Maybe it's history of print and advertising? Oh, wait, public library. Duh. Hold on. We got a public library thing here, boys.
I didn't even see that there.
Author, what was it?
Oh, Charles Lee.
Oh, you know what? I can just... I'm also not a great type. Boys. Public library coming in big. Too bad we're probably not going to have them for much longer in the country. Published 1985, hardcover. History advertising nonfiction. This is part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925 and continues onward to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy, as envisioned by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. It includes some print advertisements. You find a newspaper ad for 5 pieces from the 1930s, added to evidence. Fascinating? It's a miracle! One of the Roottrees' names was Miracle Roottrees. A modern candy for a modern society. Roottrees 5 pieces. Contain 5 different maple-infused flavors. The Roottrees are a proud family business, and our flavors are inspired by our children. G is for grape. E is for elderberry. C is for cinnamon extract. M is for melon. And introducing M for Miracle Berry. Miracle Berry is a burst of beautiful, blossoming, blended berries. Try it today. So I'm thinking we just got ourselves one big ass motherfucking blue. More than likely, this is the order in which they were born. With that miracle one, and introducing being the latest one. So we've got G, E, C, E, M, and M again. And that last one, M, is the miracle M.
Yeah.
So let's hit the board. You are going to be Miracle Roottrees. And Miracle Roottrees was a boy. Oh, I should have done that just because we also have... Okay, so that's Miracle Roottrees. Underneath that, one of these is going to be Miracle Junior. One of them is actually a star. So let's hit that up real quick. Notable.
Miracle Junior.
All right, so that's... oops. I'm just not good at navigating this. So that one's going to be Miracle Junior.
It makes sense because there's Miracle the Third.
Yep, which means that this one here is now Miracle the Third. Awesome. Okay, this one here is the melon Roottrees. So we're going to type in Roottrees. We're going to look at those M names. We got Margaret. And that's it. So we're going to put Margaret in, but we're going to know that possibly that's not confirmed. But we're going to keep that in mind. What was next on that list?
Cinnamon extract.
Which, is CE.
CE.
So, type in Roottrees again. Clancy Edward. CE.
Elderberry, isn't it? Which is an E.
E. Edward. Or, okay, no, not Edward. This would have to be Elias Jr. Right? Because we have Elias up here, and there's only 5 kids, so the junior has to be directly under Elias. What?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So that has to be Elias Jr. And then over here is Rape.
Right. Could it be Gwen?
Gwendolyn or Gwyn? Yeah, we don't know, unfortunately. So we'll have to come back to that one. But it's going to be one of those two. Her name was Gwyneth. Okay, so she would be the oldest. So it makes sense then. They had a daughter. So they had their first child was a daughter who they named with a Gwyn name after the mother. And then their next child was a boy who they named Elias Jr. And then after that, they started naming them other things. So that kind of also makes sense. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and run down some of the... So that's kind of... I wanted to get that 5 pieces thing out of the way.
Well, we could also do the parents of the sisters, because we know who their names are.
Oh, that's true. You know what? Let's get Carl done. Let's get Carl done.
He was the 5th president.
Right. Well, do we want to confirm? Let me just type him in here, okay? Just because 5th president was available, I don't want to assume it's being used. Because remember, CEO is also available. But we know that they don't have a CEO of this company. So if CEO is being used, then that means that it's being used by a different company. So I don't know, we'll see. Carl Roottrees died in the recent plane crash along with his wife Brenda Roottrees and their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was the president of Roottrees Candy Company, as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. There is a short press release that the Roottrees Candy company released today to news organizations. December 6th, 1998. Let's see, what time is it anyway? You know what? Now's a good time to go ahead. Before I continue on talking about Call of Roottrees, now's a good time to take a short break. Literally just like a minute or two, guys. We're going to go ahead and break and come right back.